I should have calculated that before.
Being human, making mistakes.
Split in half. I can't see how this can be extra large. It's cracking everywhere. And I haven't even started to tighten my muscles yet. How will this end? Sorry for this shaking camera. I cannot find the mount to the camera, and Sarah is at her summer work. So I'm working alone today. Okay, let's take a look at this. We are raising the engine bed only where the engine mounts are supposed to be standing. 2x4 times 2 is 4x4, and we see, oh, this hasn't got inches. Sorry for that. It's only centimeters, but it is 9.8 centimeters and 4 inches. We are also adding fiberglass on top of this, so that would add a few millimeters extra. And I wish to have it slightly lower than was, because the old engine bed with a 2x4 times 2 was too high. I wish to have some slack. I guess we will start gluing this. Yesterday we glued this and it's very firm. I guess we start gluing this. Hopefully my measurements are correct. You see that this is ahead of this, it's more forward. This is the fact that on the engine one of the engine mount on the right side or starboard side is 5 centimeters, 1.5 inch further back.
Straight on the underlying screw.
So, before proceeding, we must start to prep the engine bed. There are, of course, areas that need to be sanded, grinded to make this flush surface. But also, the engine flywheel area is the widest, and I need to make sure that it fits between these two. It might be a bit on the thin side, or narrow side maybe, so I might grind off some of these insides to make room for the flywheel part of the engine. I decided to cut off the overhanging wood, as this part of the structure was wider than the underlying part. I did that due to the fact that the wheelhouse and gear demands a certain space, and there simply wasn't enough of it. I should have calculated that before gluing all this. Hopefully my measurements are correct, as it would have saved me a lot of work. I even had to cut through a screw, as we can see, split in half. I'm exhausted, but okay, it should be a nice exercise and reward for a beer tonight. We have another half to cut too.
Why didn't I use the bayonet saw earlier? Being human, making mistakes.
Very exhausted and also very relieved that this is done. It was a costly mistake in terms of time, also a new saw. This is now been dulled by hitting metal screws, of course. I've sanded quite a lot on this engine bed, and I believe it's now about ready to be glassed in. I'm currently thinking whether I should first set up the sideways structural members to stiffen up and glass that in at the same time, or I should do that afterwards. I'm thinking about doing it first, then glassed it all in at the same time. So as you see, I've rounded all the corners. The fiberglass do not like sharp corners. It will probably break off because it will be a lot of strength on a lesser area. So I've rounded all the corners and made everything smooth. I also sanded off where I've left pieces of epoxy that has dripped down and dried off, because that will be an area which will be slippery and glassing will not stick. Then I guess the next part will be to glue these pieces to the engine bed, fastening them with screws as well, just to help the glue. I will of course remove this part in the middle. I can do that now, I can wait. I haven't thought about that. But that's small things. The smaller part over here should be fastened. Once this is done, this should be an engine bed for a way more powerful engine than this. Maybe overdoing it somehow, but I figure why not? I might be out for a storm one day and the boat will shake, and let's not shake the engine off its engine bed. Let's make it strong. It's not that much extra work. So we are now making teak templates so we can cut the teak to the correct size for the rail on the boat. Using thin plywood plates is the easiest way to go.
Maybe we make something like solid piece straight, and those gonna go into that one.
I like it. This plate is actually made of mahogany, and it was a temporary use, and as we can see, it's not holding up. It's already cracking after just 1 year. It's not sufficient quality for being outside. Teak is the way to go. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. Please. If you have any comments, please put them in the comments below. And do consider subscribing to this channel, as it will help you get notified about the next video in this crazy series of restoring this old Fisher 30 Northeaster. Have a nice day in this lovely summer.